All right, welcome back after that short intermission. We are live now with Kharjacker, who's taken over the reins from Mangort, and joining him is Beef Stew. So the incentive, the poll is Kill Yoshi, which just completely obliterated that poll.
Well,
So,
they've got until I enter the final pipe, really. So if you really want it, you've got a chance.
it's not gonna happen.
No, it's not.
All
Seems
right,
the community is. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead and yeah, it's all yours. Take it away.
All right, awesome. Well, welcome on in, everybody. We are playing El Dorado, a ROM hack, and I'm joined by Beef Stew, who's actually the creator of this ROM hack. So,
hello.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So, let me make sure my live splits up. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Awesome. This hack's really conducive to speedrunning because it lets you get right into it really fast.
And this first level is called Party Hats, which are named after the disco spikes that we got going on. It used to be named 5K, which was kind of an homage to the first level of another ROM hack called Grand Prix World 2, which most people have probably heard of, if you've heard of ROM hacks or SMW hacks at all. A lot of the setups in this were kind of inspired by Marathon as the first level in Grand Prix World 2. So, nice. And so yeah, this one is was called 5K because it's a lot easier than Marathon is. But then I added in the disco spike, so I wanted to name it something that fit the level a little bit better. So yeah, we went with Party Hats.
Well, we seem to be in a death loop right at the right at the grab block. This is nothing new to me, that's for sure. This is why I've got my reset button taped up right now. Because I genuinely, my biggest fear going into this marathon was that I would accidentally reset the hack midway through.
Yeah, we were joking that he needed to either tape down the reset button or to oh nice, got in the pipe.
Nice.
That pipe there is a lot more difficult than he made it look. It's pretty easy to mess that up, but
it's another point where I have several times reset.
Yeah, this next level is pretty challenging. This opening trick is really difficult, and so getting in here and pulling off this trick is definitely something that feels good to pull off,
shocked
but hard
I managed
to
do it first try. Honestly.
Nice. Yeah, made it through there. It's something that I wanted to kind of let people know what they were getting in for, or into, I guess, early on, instead of slapping you with something after you're halfway through it that you were like, where did that come from? So I figured, yeah, if it's going to have something difficult, might as well throw it in early.
Yeah, input-wise, this is probably the hardest level in the hack. I don't know if it's not the hardest for like individual reasons. There's like little things that you'll see later on that are pretty challenging in other ways. But for inputs, I would say this is probably the hardest.
Yeah, I'd agree. This one definitely is pretty easy to mess up that beginning pretty frequently. And even the later section, some of those regrabs that he was doing under the spike walls. Oh yeah, nice. GG. Yeah, some of those regrabs are hard to pull off when you throw that shell. So yeah, doing those regrabs back to back are always hard.
Now this level features an awesome track. I believe you ported this yourself, right? From the Messenger.
Yeah, this one was a huge labor of love. This song was kind of the reason why I learned to port. I wanted to put this song in this level, and the song had not been ported, and so I painstakingly figured out every note of this song by ear until
how many hours did that take you? I've heard this figure once, and it's crazy to me.
I mean, yeah, it's hard because I didn't count it out, but I mean, it was over the course of literally months. So I estimate somewhere around 100 hours of
wow.
like between figuring it out by ear and then actually doing the port, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's yeah.
Nice one shot there, though. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think I've one shot the second 2 levels. So that's cool. But we're here now, so.
Right, this level's called 16 by 16 to kind of go off of the fact that Mario screens are 16 tiles by 16 tiles, and it's kind of a shout out to another hack called Invictus that has a one screen level kind of reminiscent of this called 1 by 1. And so I wanted to, not rip off the name, but still,
but still rip off the name, right?
Yeah. Exactly. So this level also has the only graphical cutoff that I'm aware of in the hack. I noticed it after release, and it makes me sad every time I look at it. But right in this room he's on, you'll see in the background the rock behind the waterfall is cut off there, and it's straight line instead of being rounded as it's supposed to be. So sad day.
This dolphin used to be the bane of my existence, and it still kind of is because I just died to it. Alright, here we go.
And these spiny discos are a custom thing that doesn't exist in Super Mario World normally, but a amazing ASM person, D to the 4th, made those, and they're really cool.
You can pretty much assume about I would say 60% of the cool things you see that are ASM and custom in Super Mario World might just be D to the 4th.
Very true. Yeah, she does amazing work.
Mm-hmm.
Has created some awesome stuff. So definitely shout outs to her.
I have a feeling we're gonna have a lot to say about the level after Ascension. that one's a really cool one. Yeah. Not to say this level's cool. This level's really fun.
Yeah, I like this one. The reason that it's an auto scroller is because in vanilla SMW, the vertical camera is just really annoying. It's really hard or really easy to die because of it just acting weird, and so the way that I dealt with that jank was to make it auto scroll. So there's no scrolling up when you're jumping or anything. It's just consistent. So nice.
Did not get up piped.
Really tough. Yeah.
That's a run killer right there. I've definitely lost a lot of attempts right there in that up pipe. And
it's definitely a tough one. Yeah, and the name of this level is a shout out to my favorite Halo 2 multiplayer map called Ascension.
Oh really? I didn't know that actually.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I tried most of the names to have something homage or shout out to something, but
I've always joked about that because a lot of them have cool names, and then the second level is just called Slime Time. I love that. I love that so much.
The second level, I forgot to say, it used to be called Do the Dew, like DEW at the end, because the lava looks like Mountain Dew, but I was like, I'm not paid by Pepsi or whoever makes Mountain Dew, so...
Yoshi head.
Nice. GG.
Alright, this level, you're gonna immediately notice some fun stuff that is completely custom. And it's really cool. If you wanna talk... I reckon this is the one of the few that I recognize the name for. But go ahead, take it away. What did you do? What monstrosity have you created here?
So these portable teleportation orbs, or portable orbs of teleportation, are something created by another person named Algae that made them for a ROM hack race level that they made. And they're really cool. They're crazy. You throw them and you press one of the shoulder buttons to teleport. So yeah, they're really neat.
I messed up the skip.
Sad day. And that's definitely not intended. You're supposed to go back through the water.
Yeah, there's a whole thing. This fast strat was found by Swunch, who is in second place right now for this ROM hack. Alright.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool skip though. Yeah, it's something that I never in a million years would have thought of or tried to do. And so when people do things like that, it's pretty neat. I like that setup there where you throw or spit the orb out with Yoshi, and then you have to jump off Yoshi to grab it to activate it.
That's one of the I would say this hack has a lot of really sexy tricks in it. There's one I really like in the second last level as well.
Nice. Well done.
Cool. That's a little anti-troll at the end where it makes you think that they're gonna kill you in some weird way, as ROM hacks tend to do at the end. But that one, they just fly away, and they have the same effect as a troll, but don't quite do it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of doing trolls that make you think that you're trolled but don't actually troll you, because it's you get the same high from like, haha, you didn't know about that, without any of the guilt. So I'm
Without the
I'm
guilt.
a fan of that. So.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
level's
this level
aesthetic
is-
is awesome.
Yeah, it's inspired off of Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze. They have silhouette levels kind of similar to this. The reason he skipped that checkpoint, by the way, is because there's Kaizo blocks blocking it off, and then after you're like, what? You stole my checkpoint from me? Then a P-switch falls out of the ceiling and you can hit it, but it takes like an extra 20 seconds or 10 seconds or something to
I
to
think
do.
it's 9 seconds total added to your time. So speedrunners generally will start skipping that as they get more competitive.
Yep, so that's why he skipped it. So it's kind of a risk reward thing. So yeah, you can skip it if you want and one shot it just like he did, or you can go for it and and go for it and waste some time. So
Nice. Now this level coming up in first early plays, it's actually one of the hardest, but I hope I'm not putting my foot in my mouth. Later on, it's actually one of the easiest.
yeah, I agree with that. When it was being play tested and things, most people thought that it was really hard because I think it's the hardest one to learn. But
Seems I did put my foot in my mouth a little bit.
yeah, execution wise, it's not bad though. So it's not that hard once you've learned kind of the cycles of these little sparkies. Yeah, this one was named after I used to play a competitive shooter called Rainbow Six Siege. And there's a character in that named Montagna who's
That's how you say that. I've never known. Montana. Ooh, that was
he's got this huge shield. Oh, nice.
That was
And
close.
he's a pretty rude operator. People didn't like him, but I really like playing him. So.
There it is.
Nice. Yeah, and then this next one, I was born
Florida
in
Man.
Florida, so you gotta have a level named Florida Man, right? So, and it's in the swamp. So.
We all love Florida Man, that's for sure. This level
Yeah,
early on was probably the worst for me because it involves cape tech, and I suck at cape. I admittedly am not good at cape. Gotten better, but early on this was definitely a choke point. Oh, you idiot! I don't know. I don't know how that even happened.
day.
We'll just accept it and move on. But yeah, this used to be really tough for me.
And this level also features some cool custom ASM. So normally in Super Mario World, you can either have a level that has everything with ice physics or nothing with ice physics. But this has some cool custom ASM where anywhere where you see the moss on the ground, it's slippery. And anywhere where it doesn't have the moss, it's not slippery. So kind of gives you some options for making certain things, maybe less slippery than that you'd want, and then other things giving you the ability to slide under them. Oh, sad
You
day.
deserve this for skipping the checkpoint. Now, in the other level, you skip the checkpoint, it saves you like 9 seconds. This one saves you maybe like half a second. So,
yeah,
that's
this
on me.
one, it's definitely way more of a risk to skip the checkpoint, because like you said, it's almost no time loss whatsoever to just jump and grab it, but he wanted to fly too close to the sun, so he got
Which
he got
seems,
what he
seems
deserved.
I did. I did get what I deserved. I really considered skipping it again. But I have a feeling. The second half of this level, so... Oh, whoops. Well, thank God. The second half of the silhouette level that we skipped the checkpoint that takes like 8 seconds for, that second half's actually pretty easy. This one, it's not as free. Even with a lot of practice, there's still little things you can mess up. There's some tight sections. So it's not
there's
as
a
worth
couple.
it, for sure.
Yeah, and with this one especially, since you can miss the checkpoint by going too slow, rather than it just being kind of like a fake troll, like you can legitimately miss out on the checkpoint if you don't do the section fast enough because you're on that P-switch timer. I wanted to make this one easier to read, to where kind of all the setups are, readable blind, like without having played it before. Nice, well done. But at the same time, not just give it to you. So that way you could feel if you did pull off the section after losing the checkpoint
Right.
that you beat me, so to speak. So I thought that was kind of a cool thing. So I saw a couple people did that on their first playthrough of it, which was
All right, everyone,
which
get your
was cool
cat
to
gems
see.
ready. This is the level. The way I like to call this cat gem the level.
So this one, I actually wrote this song and ported it myself for the game and everything. It's a yeah, I'm really happy with how it came out. It was inspired by a level that Barb is working on for Grand Poo World 3. That's another ROM hack that's gonna be amazing whenever it decides to come out. But yeah, it's
Cool.
I like this song, and I
like
really
this
like
song
this
a lot,
second
yeah.
section.
And the second section starts off with that trick I was talking about. That's pretty sexy. This features vertical screen wrap, and it has a key jump through the vertical screen wrap, and I really like that. I really like that. I didn't stop talking about that trick for like a month after I played this.
Yeah, this section I really tried to lean into the fact that there's screen wrap. So I haven't seen a lot of hacks that have you do things with sprites. Oh, nice! That that little jump through was frame perfect. That he just
that's a frame perfect jump.
Perfect.
Yeah, there's a Kaizo right there, which is another AntiTroll.
Yeah, the Kaizo block there's funny because you hit it and you still fall through the screen. You just screen wrap down to the bottom, but you get caught on that little block. And so if you react fast enough, it's not a big deal. But a lot of people, their first reaction to hitting a Kaizo is like, "Oh, come on, now I'm dead." But there you're not actually dead. So if you're fast enough, you can survive. But a lot of people didn't. It was funny. And yeah, this section is pretty neat. It's something where I wanted the player to feel kind of a sense of closure without having a boss fight. I am not really the biggest fan of boss fights, and so to do that, I wanted to make it kind of like an escape room, sort of, where you go down to the bottom and then you grab the key and then boom, the lava starts to chase you. So that was some custom ASM made by Kevin M for me. So shout outs to them for making that for me. That's really something I couldn't have done by myself.
RIP the one shot. But yeah, this is a really cool section. And the fact that it works both ways is just really cool to me. I remember just when I grabbed that key, you could tell what was about to happen. I mean, it just, you know, it just looks almost like out of a movie, the end of a movie, where you see the prize or the treasure and you see the trap and you're like, all right. And it really made me, it gave me that same sense of feeling that I get from like, oh crap, adventure movies like that. I really enjoyed this.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's very much what I was shooting for. I wanted to make it to where, it gave you that closure and kind of just sense of progression and things without having a boss. And yeah, designing things to work both going downwards and going upwards without just making it super simple platforming was certainly a little bit of a challenge. But yeah, I'm happy with how it came out in the end. It's a little tighter than I prefer, but you know, you kind of can only loosen things up so much and still have them function. So yeah, it's something that
you can definitely feel that the stage is a bit tighter than all the others, but it's not like necessarily harder. It's just tighter.
Definitely.
And all right, going up is definitely the challenging part for me anyway.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that the traversal upwards is certainly a little bit harder. Part of that may be placebo, just because you have lava chasing you, so it feels tighter.
And that's
but
time
I
right
think
there.
it is. Nice, well done, good run.
Cool. Yeah, there you go. Right at 18 minutes, and I want to double check who got the incentive. Are we murdering the Yoshi?
Yes.
We are murdering the Yoshi. All right, now let's. This is a fun little section I can show off since we did clear it a little bit early. Stu, if you don't mind, actually, I do have to one-shot this though. That's the hard part here.
This is the secret I put in, and it actually wasn't in the first version of this. I added it into the second version, where if you go down there and die, you well I guess
never mind. You'll never find out. But anyway, this is the ending. This is what you would see if you got all the way to the end of the credits. And as the bidding war is over now, we shall murder the Yoshi.
Alright, see ya, dinosaur friend.
And there it is. We're done. We are done.
Well done.
We finished.
Well done.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much. That is El Dorado. Shout out to Beef Stew for making it. The creator is here, and you did a really, really good job.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
I appreciate
both
it.
for being here. All right, up next we have some Spyro the Dragon, which is one of my favorite games of all time. And that is going to do it for me, actually, as your host for the evening.
Awesome.
I'll be back tomorrow. I leave you in the very capable hands of Mirne. She'll see you out the rest of the evening. Thank you all for hanging out. Remember, child's play and donate to a good cause. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll be back after this short intermission.
Thank you guys so much.